But practically, modern science doesn't know anything about these spiritual energies.
But practically, modern science doesn't know anything about these spiritual energies.
Maybe now, with quantum mechanics and other things,
Maybe now with quantum mechanics and other things.
once a physicist, Nobel Prize laureate, he told me that
Once a physicist, Nobel Prize laureate, told me that
30 years ago, he would never be seen on the same dais with spiritualists.
that 30 years ago he would have never been seen on the same dais as spiritualists.
But now,
But now,
the classical physics doesn't explain so many things,
the classical physics doesn't explain so many things.
and that now consciousness is the theme.
And that now consciousness is the theme.
So he said that we have to understand consciousness.
He said that to understand consciousness,
I'm willing to listen to some experts on the Vedas
I'm willing to listen to some experts on the Vedas
because they discuss about consciousness.
because they discuss about consciousness.
So all we want from our students is that side by side with your other studies,
So all we want from our students is that side by side their other studies,
they should understand what is the consciousness, what is the living force
they should
in
understand
everybody.
what is the consciousness, what is the living force within the body.
In this way also we get the spiritual bliss.
In this way also we get the spiritual bliss.
So I'm very glad that you came here
So we're very glad that you came here
to our developing community.
to our developing community.
Here we have devotees from all over the world.
Here we have devotees from all over the world.
About 50, 60 countries are represented,
About 50, 60 countries are represented,
and a few more are during the festival.
and a few more during the festival.
There are some from Latin America,
Here there are some from Latin America,
other places from Russia and CIS.
other places from Russia,
CIS.
CIS,
Commonwealth.
Commonwealth.
There's two Commonwealths,
There are two Commonwealths,
the British and the Russian.
the British and the Russian.
So I mean, if anyone has any questions,
So if anyone has any question,
I'll try to answer a couple of questions.
I'll try to answer a couple of questions.
Hare Krishna.
I have two questions.
Huh?
I have two questions. First is that
I only guarantee I'll answer one.
then actually I have one problem that whenever if my studies goes well, I'm been successful throughout my studies career, then my spirituality is also going nicely, smoothly. I'm feeling very much excited, and whenever it gets down, my studies goes down, and something happens that's like I'm not I'm in morose situation. So at that time I'm feeling disappointed with my spirituality also. I'm trying, but even I read Srila Prabhupada books and I know that this is not good, but my mind doesn't convinces me. So at that moment, what should I do?
Well, there's a stage called Anartha.
There's a stage called Anartha Nivritti,
where one has obstacles, and sometimes one's enthusiasm is strong,
where one has obstacles, and sometimes one's enthusiasm is strong,
sometimes it's weak.
sometimes it's weak.
That's called the thick and the thin.
That's called the thick and the thin.
Sometimes you're feeling that your spiritual life very thick,
Sometimes you're feeling that your spiritual life is very thick,
sometimes very thin.
sometimes very thin.
So that's already a couple notches up.
That's already a couple notches up.
Usually one crosses over that by watching Kriya.
Usually one crosses over that by bhajan kriya.
That stage includes accepting the help of the spiritual master.
And that step includes accepting the help of the spiritual master.
If one is studying,
If one is studying,
you do that study for Krishna.
you do that study for Krishna.
You think that this studying is so that I can do better service to Krishna.
You think that this studying is so that I can do better service to Krishna.
And you don't think it was something separate.
And you don't think it as something separate.
Then you find automatically you do nice.
And then you automatically do nice.
But if you think that all the study is material
But if you think that, oh, this study is material,
and eating a big feast of halwa is spiritual,
and eating a big feast of halwa is spiritual,
then these type of things happen.
then these type of things happen.
So, some devotees say that they want to give up their studies or they don't like their studies.
Some people say that they want to give up their studies or that they don't like their studies,
Or he's not doing well in their studies.
or like he was saying, not doing well in their studies.
But if you see that this is your service to Krishna,
But if you see that this is your service to Krishna,
say you're studying civil engineering.
say you're studying civil engineering.
We have dozens of civil engineers that worked on the TLBB temple.
We have dozens of civil engineers who have worked on the TOBP temple.
And some, the person who does the measurements of paying the contractor, he specifically is a mechanical engineer.
And the person who does the measurements for paying the contractor, he specifically is a mechanical engineer.
Because they deal with millimeters.
Because they deal with millimeters,
So they're tight.
so they're tight.
If you're studying IT,
If you're studying IT,
you can make nice websites for Islam.
you can make nice websites for ISKCON.
Or even if you're doing something outside,
Or even if you're doing something outside,
you give a percentage of your income
you give a percentage of your income
to Krishna conscious movement.
to the Krishna conscious movement.
This depends whether you're a grihastha or a brahmachari.
This depends whether you're a grihastha or brahmachari.
So by thinking of your doing the studies, this also could be pleasing to Krishna if I dedicate my studies to Krishna consciousness.
So if they think, okay, I'm doing my studies, and this could also be pleasing to Krishna if I dedicate my studies,
Then you should not have this dichotomy.
then you should not have this dichotomy.
Understood?
Understood?
Yes. Understood.
But if you don't chant, if you don't act spiritually,
if you don't chant, if you don't act spiritually,
then you'll see everything as material.
then you'll see everything as material.
If you chant,
If you chant,
then you can also see the material things and how they can be dovetailed in Krishna consciousness and how they can be spiritualized.
then you can see how the material things can also be dovetailed in Krishna consciousness and how they can be spiritualized.
That's called Yukta Vairagya.
It's called Yukta Vairagya.
Who else has a question?
Who else has a question?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
At the lecture, in the previous lecture, Prabhu has told that when we take challenges, then Krishna gives us intelligence. So it's there, but what happens is as we are a student, so we are having that prescribed duty. So when I also think that I want to take challenge, but when I go towards that, then I think that whatever is prescribed duty is there, so I will get failure in that. So I don't move forward that much that I want. So how to get that spirit?
So translator,
He's asking Maharaj that in the last class, Amritsar Dev told that we should take the challenge for the pleasure of Krishna, but he wants to take the challenges, but the fear of losing something in material life that stops him to take that challenge for Krishna. So how to overcome that?
fear, anger,
Fear, anger,
these are big obstacles.
these are big obstacles.
The animals have lots of fears.
The animals have lots of fears.
You see a bird,
You see a bird,
hello. But be careful, there's a cat there, so
fearful of a cat,
someone catching him.
someone catching him.
So Maya works such a way,
So Maya works in such a way.
you think, oh, I like this thing.
You think, oh, I like this thing.
But if I'm Krishna conscious,
But if we're Krishna conscious,
they'll tell me not to do that thing.
they'll tell me not to do that thing.
So how can I be happy?
So how can I be happy?
So that I don't do that Krishna conscious.
So better I don't do that Krishna consciousness.
We get lots of people like that.
We get lots of people like that.
That they think, I feel happy,
They think, I feel happy,
he looks happy,
he looks happy,
but if I don't have this thing,
but if I don't have this thing,
how can I be happy?
how can I be happy?
Or whether I don't be Krishna conscious.
So better I don't take to Krishna consciousness.
Cross that bridge when you come to it.
Cross that bridge when you come to it.
Although you want to be happy, right?
You want to be happy, right?
So you're feeling happy.
So you're feeling happy.
The Christian mind thinks, I need, like say, smoking. How do I be happy if I don't smoke?
Like say smoking. So your mind says, how can I be happy if I don't smoke?
I like smoking,
I like smoking.
especially. I don't know. What's that? I like beating.